Welcome back to day 3 of the 5th annual Northwest Can-Am Maverick Trail Meet in Sumpter, Oregon. This morning really started out great. There was a local group, and I really wish I could remember the details, but for a donation, they make you breakfast, and man, they made breakfast. We had pancakes and eggs and sausage and bacon. They had coffee and orange juice, and I mean, you name it. I think everybody chipped in. Everybody chipped in what they could. Again, I wish I knew the details because it was for a really good cause. But anyway, we started off the day with an amazing breakfast, and then we headed up the mountain. Today's ride's fairly short mileage-wise. It felt pretty long because there's a lot of climbing, a lot of pretty rugged stuff that we're headed to. There's a thing up here, they call it the telephone to the gods. It's right up at the top of one of the mountains. It's an old telephone sitting there. We'll show you some pictures of it when we get up there. And there's another mine that we were all going to head to. Mileage-wise, it's pretty short, but it still ends up being a pretty full day because there's lots to do and lots to see. But yeah, let's head out. Sitting here editing this video. Now this was 4 months ago as of editing. This ride was 4 months ago. And it's funny what you remember and what you forget. And I remember the dust. I remember the dust almost vividly of just how dusty it was almost every day of riding. But I forget really how amazing and how beautiful this place is. There are some really amazing trails around here. This, and it brings me back and it reminds me really the main reason of why I make these videos. I make them for us. It's to help us remember these times. And as we end up old and decrepit and stuck in our chairs all day, that we have these memories to look back on. I mean, that's reason number 1 why I make these videos. Number 2 is for those of you that are watching that were actually there. I hope I do it justice, and I hope it brings back your memories of what you experienced while we were there. That's really it. But man, this place is beautiful. If you get a chance to ride this area, get out there. It's really an ATV friendly county in the state of Oregon. And just like I said in the last video, there's just trails going everywhere. So many trails and roads up here that it would take you a long time to ride them all. It brings back a lot of memories. memories, a lot of good memories, a lot of happy memories, and just good friends and some amazing group of people. Anyway, I'm getting a little sentimental here, but yeah, just a lot of memories just flushing back as I'm editing this video.
Pretty. Gosh. Yeah, it's a good view.
It is.
It's actually worth the climb. You know, it's beautiful.
For once.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the part of the ride where there's some out and backs. There's a pretty tight trail that's an up and back going up here to the Telephone of the Gods, and then you go back down and there's another kind of tight trail that goes up to this mine. And all of the groups are starting to bunch up together a little bit. So we just decide to sit here at this little parking lot and have lunch at the base of this Telephone to the Gods, this mountain. And then we head off and back down this kind of a single track trail and over to the mine. mentioned the plan was to come down the mountain from the Telephone of the Gods and then climb back up another mountain up to a mine. And I'd also mentioned that the groups were starting to bunch up a little bit, and this trail up to the Telephone of the Gods and the trail up to the mine were pretty much a tight 50-inch kind of trail. So there's no passing a group going the other direction. And there were already two groups up at the mine. One was just about to come back down, but it was about a 20 or 30 minute wait for them to come back down. And we just all kind of made the executive decision to skip that part of the ride. And I kind of wish we would have, but at the time, I mean, I know how I felt, and I know how Suzanne felt. And the day before's ride was a long ride. It took a lot out of us, and most of us were just tired to dust. And just, yeah, we were done, and we'd had enough for the day, and we were just tired. So we all made the decision from this point, just head on back. It cut, I don't know, an hour's off of the day's rides, and I don't know how many miles, not many, but we'd had enough for the day. So our group just kind of kept on going, and we headed back to camp. Yeah, I want to thank you all for joining me for part 3, day 3, one more day coming. Thank you to the old buzzard for setting this whole thing up. We really appreciate everything that you did to put this all together. It really was amazing. It was one for the books. They just get better and better every year. But yeah, one more day coming. We'll see you in the next video. We will see you on the trail.